Good morning, and welcome to the third part of Villain's Prince. Yes, I know, once again, I am recording in my parking lot. Bella, Rose, can we call you Rose? Rosie. Why? Because I can, and I got time. I got here a little too early, so, you know. Anyways, here we go. When we last left off, baby Izu was well enough for his dads to hold and coo and snuggle. But Pro Hero Midnight, as well as another child, makes their way to the Underground Kingdom. How and why? Let's find out, shall we? Pro Hero Midnight stared at the burning building in disbelief. There were still people inside. How could he do this? She stared down Pro Hero and Denver, who just shrugged and said, "You better get those whelps to the orphanage. It's where they belong now." How could you do this in Denver? There were still people inside of that building. Just doing my job, unlike you. Your job? You murderer! A high accusation. Can you prove that I murdered those people? Besides, the building was structurally unsound. It was going to collapse. I just did the construction worker's job, that's all. You absolute monster! Oh, stop it. I'm not a monster. I'm a hero. No, you are a monster. There were people inside. These babies' parents were still in there. I could have saved them. And you didn't. And that's on you. Anyways, I need to go. I have reports to file. See you later. You awful. Ugh. I'm so sorry, babies. I couldn't save your parents. But I'm not taking you to an orphanage. That'd be too cruel of me. We'll seek asylum, and I know just the place. Pro Hero Midnight had been attempting to save a building from collapsing. At least try and save the people that were still inside before it collapsed. She knew that she couldn't save the building. She wanted to try, but it was still too structurally unsound. An earthquake had hit, and the building wasn't equipped for earthquakes. So sadly, Midnight knew that it was either the people or the building. She wanted to save both, but she couldn't. So instead, she bolted inside and saved as many people as she could. There were people still trapped inside, but she knew she wouldn't be able to save them. Instead, the people that were trapped begged her to save their babies, to not let them die, that they deserved to live. She agreed. She wanted to come back and save them, but just before she turned around to run back into the building, Endeavor walked up, and the building was set ablaze. Midnight walked to the Akigahara, where she knew this underground kingdom was. How did she know where the underground kingdom was? Her friends were once Eraserhead and Present Mike, known as Shota Aizawa and Hisashi Yamada. Her friends had turned to villainy, and, well, she never forgot them, but she never could find them, until one day, a little birdie sang her song. And that birdie led her right to the entrance of the underground kingdom, where she had found the entrance. This is where her friends resided. She had wanted to go to the underground kingdom to find her friends and to apologize and reconnect, but she couldn't. She was a pro hero. She couldn't arrest them or anything. She was conflicted. After today, though, and witnessing what Endeavor had done, she couldn't be a pro hero anymore. She didn't want to be. Not if the Hero Commission was going to let Endeavor get away with murder. The next thing she knew, she turned around. She heard a snapping sound behind her. "Who's there?" she said. "Come out." A child, a little bit older than what she thought. Maybe a preteen, who was badly burnt and scarred, came out of his hiding spot with a baby in arms. "Miss, where are you going? Please let me come with you." "I'm going to..." "I'm sorry, kiddo, but why are you here and why are you following me? You look trustworthy. I heard what my dad did." "Your dad? In Denver?" "I'm Toya Todoroki. This is my baby brother, Shoto Todoroki." "Did your dad do this to you?" "My quirk did this to me, but Dad also had a play in it. My quirk hurts me, but he wanted to train me to be his masterpiece. He wants to do the same to Shoto, and I couldn't let that happen. So I took Shoto, and, well, I started to follow you because I thought maybe you were going someplace safe." "I am. I'm going to an underground kingdom." "An underground kingdom? There's such a place?" "Yes, it's where my friends reside. At least I hope we're still friends." "If they're still your friends, won't they let you inside?" "I'm not sure." "Come on, let's go. We can't stay out here. It's going to be cold soon." "Yeah, I don't want Shoto to catch a cold." "Lead the way, miss." Toya followed Bro Hero Midnight to the underground. As they walked, they talked. She was not surprised that in Denver was a abuser, a child abuser. He asked about her mom, or their mom. Their mom had been placed in a psych ward permanently. Toya swore he would get her out when he was a bit older, but he couldn't right now. He was only 11. He wasn't old enough. He needed, well, he didn't know what he needed. Right now, he knew that he just needed to take care of Shoto. And this woman seemed trustworthy. They got to the underground kingdom entrance and went inside. They were stopped by the guard, who demanded to know who they were. Midnight tried to explain and demanded that they get Hisashi or Shota or one of them here. The guard did as she asked, and Hisashi made his way. Midnight took off her mask, and the moment she did, Hisashi immediately recognized her. "Nimori?" "Hisashi, please grant us asylum." "Asylum? What for? What are you doing here? You're a pro hero. Heroes are not allowed in this kingdom. Turn around and never come back." "Hisashi, wait. We were friends once. Could you please just listen to me?" "All right, I'll listen. But you better have a really, really good explanation as to why you're here and why I should grant you asylum." "Thank you, Hisashi." "And who's this?" These babies. The blonde-haired one is Dinky Kaminari. The purple-haired one, is Hitoshi Shinzo. I'm Toya Todoroki, and this is my baby brother Shoto Todoroki. Please, mister, let us stay. Let's hear this story first. Midnight explained everything, and Hisashi sighed. He wasn't surprised. And Denver was one of the reasons why he and Shota turned into villains. Let me talk to Shota. Shota, he's the king, the big king. I'm just his co-ruler, if you will. Co-ruler? You finally got married! We did. And I'm sorry you couldn't be there. No, I'm sorry. Let me just call Shota. Soon Shota arrived, and he too recognized Nomori, but demanded to know the story, and as to why a pro-hero was here. Midnight recounted the story, and Shota decided to grant them asylum. The babies would need tending to, so he led them all to the hospital, and the boy that was scarred and burned needed medical attention as well. The next day, Shota walked into the room that housed Nomori and her babies. Nomori? Yes, Shota. Sorry, my king. No need for formalities. We're still friends. Especially after what Denver has done. You have been granted asylum, but not just asylum. We decided to grant you citizenship. Citizenship? I don't have to leave? No. But we are villains. I don't want to be a hero anymore. It's not worth it. I see. Then welcome. And the babies have been granted citizenship as well. And the Todorokis? The same. The oldest Todoroki decided that he wanted to be in the royal guard. He wanted to learn how to protect Shoto better. Oh, what a sweetie. And me? You have been dubbed Duchess. I would have named you Princess or Grand Duchess. But those titles are better saved for family, I understand. I mean, you are family, but no, Shota, I get it. I'll just take Duchess. After all, it still grants me royalty and nobility, doesn't it? Yes. This way, you're under my protection. And under Hisashi's. Right. Thank you. Here. Oh? What's this? Adoption papers. Adoption works better and faster here in the underground kingdom than it does above ground. So I can just sign these papers and the babies are mine? Yes. Who has a pen? She cried. She immediately signed the papers, and before she knew it, Dinky Kaminari and Hitoshi Shinjo were hers. I may have not have saved your parents, but at least I've saved you. And now, I'm going to be your mama. I'm going to raise you and make sure that you two are the best you can be. I'm going to make up for my mistake. The babies cooed at midnight, and she cooed back. Shota was smiling. He decided to go back to his husband and his own baby. After all, the sun was starting to rise in the above-ground world, and little Izuku was an early worm. He would soon be awake for his bottle. And that's the end of part 3. So we got to see Nomori's side of the story. And I'm glad I did this viewpoint because I kind of needed to do an explanation as to why she was in the Underground Kingdom. And I'm probably sure you guys are curious as well. But this is part 3, and we are going to leave off at this part. Like I said, I have a few more stories that I would like to get out and get started. And then once I get those to a certain point, if they're not one-shots, then we will come back to this story, and so on and so forth. You guys know my plan. Alrighty, guys. I will see you soon. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be good, do good. See you next time.